Hello everyone. So I'm here again because I just don't want to stay silent after my last big update. So for today, I'll talk about two main things. Like first, how I got my job at American Express, and second, how I work as a freelancer, and maybe some small few tips in between. First of all, to be very honest, corporate life was never part of my plan. Life happens, big and bills happens, and at some point you just need a stable job, the one that pays your bills. So when I was looking out, I only applied to a few companies that I genuinely admired, and Amex was always one of them. Not in a fangirl way, but just because I had heard so much about the work culture. And the funny thing is that I never even planned to stay 2 years at Amazon. It just happened, and unknowingly that was a huge advantage for me. So basically, my current role at Amex is not client facing, which I'm very happy about, but to handle client accounts and data when they first apply for Amex. And I'll be dealing with sensitive customer information, and the 10% calls will not be with clients but with bankers to verify the details only. But when people usually hear the word analyst, they often think of data analyst, business analyst, or financial analyst. But those are very different roles. If you ever want to join as an analyst, first build basic skills like Excel, data handling, and problem solving. And I just wanted to make this super clear so nobody got confused or misled about this analyst tip. And moreover, my role is hybrid except the training period. Shift timing as of now is 7:30 p.m. to 4 a.m., which is night shift only. They have night shift only because I am working for the US market. This is something that honestly makes it easier for me as well because I can still manage my other works. So here's the real part. Every single time, I also face the same thing. Like I applied to MX before this multiple times. I never even reached the interview round, not once, and it's just straight rejection again and again. But this time, when I was fully focusing on my freelancing and my YouTube channel, I had almost decided to quit 9 to 5 forever, as I mentioned in my video as well. But I realized key marketing work without contracts, it's very unstable. The job itself is very unstable, and payments are unstable. And there will be like constant pressure over you. It was like getting mentally heavy because uh, at some point you feel like you are not getting what you have invested on whatever it is, and that's when something unexpected come along the way. I randomly met a cafe owner one day after returning from third web. I won't mention the cafe, but it was just a 10-minute interaction with him. Somehow the topic of jobs came up, and I casually said ki I always wanted to work at Amex and that I had an experience of 2 years. And it turns out he used to be a hiring manager for Amex for the last 5 years, and he referred me on the spot. And about a week later, I suddenly got a call from the recruiter. I did the interview in the evening. So I was very nervous that day because it has been so long since my last interview. But I think I answer everything honestly, whatever comes to my mind. But Then the recruiter texted me at around 10 p.m. something, like, please come to the office for the Barsantes. So the next day I went to the office. The day itself I got the job. And there, yes, there was endless documentation, verification, paperwork, and there was a lot of stress. But the point was that I made it in. And if you're planning to apply at Amex or wants to work there, keep checking their official job portal. You can open an account over there, just like you did for any other job, any other organization, and read the job description very carefully, very properly. I mean, apply only where your experience matches. Try to get a referral if possible, because that helps a lot. The interview is not scary, but it's not easy either. The version test is actually quite easy, as recruiters guide you properly and submit documents on time, and you're good to go. And like, that's it. And if you want stability, good pay, and growth, this is generally a good place to aim for. Now I will move on to the freelancing part. So right now I am currently working with about 4 to 5 brands. The cafe where I start as a brand manager, and it's been about 6 months that I've been working with them. But now I'll be handling their social media and content creation. And there's this Yume Matcha, there's this Common Times Cafe, there's this, and after that I think Green Echo, and a few project-based clients where whenever I have time. Before this, I once worked under a marketing agency. The learning was great over there, but the pay was not stable at all. I had to constantly follow up, and honestly, I worked for them until November and I didn't even get paid until now. Following this, my biggest advice would be never work under any agency without proper research and a legal contract, and you will be creatively drained and they will exploit you for real. But my journey with content creation and overall freelancing part was not something I planned as well. Whatever I have planned or whatever I am for, it doesn't happen at all. But I do love where I'm going or where I'm heading right now. So the funniest part is that I didn't even pitch for the work. They found me through YouTube, my constant cafe hopping, talking about coffee, ambience, branding, my hobby become my qualification itself. And one thing led to another. A friend helped me with the matcha brand. For common times, I directly called the number they had posted and asked if they had any marketing role available. So what actually matters in content creation is that, yes, first of all, the field is very saturated, and you will be you can find content creator in its and every corner now. But marketing is not optional for any business anymore. So be it cafes, schools, brands, or even organizations like NGOs or anything like that, everyone needs visibility or a social media presence. So the basic you must know is how Instagram work, how to shoot simple but clean videos, how to use Canva, how to do edits in general. So basically, I was not able to finish what I started yesterday because I got a call and then I fall asleep. So, what I was saying was, and this is something I'll never stop repeating as well. The most important part of content creation is networking. And by networking, it doesn't mean being fake and being forceful to whoever you are talking. It simply means being good at communicating and building genuine connections and showing up as yourself only. To give you an example for this, I regularly sit and work at Third Web Coffee. So there are always people around there doing their own thing as well, working, creating, building, whatever is there. There are photographers there who works on edits and everything. And sometimes someone randomly strikes up a conversation and they ask what I do. And it will normally start as a normal chat only, and sometimes that single conversation might turn into work. Before all of this, when I used to like call DM brands for content work, most of them never even replied. And now when I handle Instagram for multiple brands as well, I see the other side of it too, because so many pictures come in and honestly most don't even get open. That's how crowded and competitive it is. So if I have to tell you, here are the real basics of networking. It's about how you talk and how you listen and how you follow up to a certain something, how you add value, and most importantly how consistently you show up. That's why I always tell you, just start, and whatever it is you want to do, start building your personal brand around it. Set the foundation, because in the end people won't ask what you plan to do, they will ask what you have already done. Whenever I work with brands, I just don't do the tasks and leave. I try to really understand the brand as my own, what kind of vision they are heading for and where they are heading. I give suggestions sometimes, I stay proactive, and I share creative ideas. It doesn't matter if they want to use that idea or not, and I communicate properly, and above all, I stay very professional. That alone sets you apart more than you think. And this is my honest advice to anyone who wants to start. But please don't be the creator who blindly copies Pinterest with no personality. You can take inspiration, because yes, I do that as well, but build your own brand. If you're creating just for fun and memories, that's good enough. But if you genuinely want growth, trust me, there is so much potential in here. And yes, you can start earning from here a lot more than you think. Also, I went to the office for the first time yesterday. Our training has already started, not training but induction, and I got the chance to speak to my leader about what American Express actually look for in applicants as well. And honestly, the first and most important thing is communication. They focus more on skills rather than your past experience, and yes, you just need to be a graduate. And because even freshers can apply, there were many freshers on our onboarding sessions as well. Just do your research on your end, and you can definitely work here as well, because their office, it was really big and there's so much more to explore. There was gym, therapy sessions, everything you could possibly need is right there only. Food, transport, everything is covered, and they even give you security guard. And it still feels unreal sometimes, because this is my first office experience and I get to get all of this, and I'm actually so grateful for it. I really hope this little talk of mine helps even one of you make it here someday. And last of all, thank you so much for listening. And I truly hope someday I share whatever I shared today helps you take your next step a little more confidently. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to say. If I got more information on this, I will definitely do this someday again. If I get to, or if I can click some videos, or I will definitely show you after this, after I get to the office. For now, bye bye. What are you having?
कोड क्या है यार, मेरे को याद नहीं हो रहा। हेलो, हम तो साथ ही पहुंचे थे कल। तुम कितना बजे पहुंचे?
Cappuccino.
यार लेकिन ये लोग 6 सीटर क्यों कर रहे हैं? 4 सीटर करके
उनके
तो
पास है ही नहीं। जितनी भी मैंने देखी है शायद Amex में तो 6 सीटर्स ही है।
उनको ना अफोर्ड करनी चाहिए, ताकि
हाँ।
जो इन्फॉर्मेशन कॉल आ रहा था, मेरे को कॉल नहीं आया, पर उस पे ऐप पे था, कॉल आया था
उस पर जॉब नहीं होती है। अब मतलब कुछ लोग नहीं होते थोड़ा दिखाने के लिए, घर के आगे गाड़ी आ।
मेरा तो गवर्नमेंट नहीं है, तो अभी मेरा फैक्ट है जी 7